While championship leader Max Verstappen claimed victory in the sprint at the Austrian Grand Prix, Ferrari were able to outpace their championship rivals during Sunday's main race, with Charles Leclerc passing Verstappen 3 times en route to victory. Carlos Sainz had also displayed a similarly strong pace until an engine failure forced him to retire from the Grand Prix on lap 56 of 71. Now, with his victory, Leclerc has surpassed Sergio Perez for second place in the World Championship standings, while Ferrari has reduced Red Bull's lead in the Constructors' standings from 62 to 56 points. While Red Bull previously appeared to be much stronger on the straights than Ferrari, Red Bull team principal Christian Horner believes the Scuderia's performance in Austria highlights the progress they made in this area. He's now curious to see if they can carry this momentum into the next races on the calendar. I think they've certainly moved closer in terms of straight-line performance, but yeah, it's horses for courses. It'll be interesting to see at the next couple of venues how that plays out. In addition to Sainz's unexpected retirement from the race, Ferrari faced a tense final few laps due to a problem with the throttle pedal on Charles Leclerc's F175. Horner, however, is not comforted by the Italian team's reliability issues. We're not too focused on that. That's an issue that we can't control or contribute to in any way. I think that we've got to focus on ourselves and just getting the best out of our own package. They had a very strong car at the Austrian GP. They could have well finished first and second. Up until about lap 12, the weekend had gone pretty well for us in terms of the pole position, the sprint victory, but unfortunately that tyre degradation just hit us pretty hard. Indeed, the issues Red Bull will focus on the most are that which they themselves have experienced. Despite maintaining the lead at the start of the Sunday race, Max Verstappen's previous pace advantage over his championship rival had quickly vanished. Leclerc passed Verstappen at turn 4 on lap 12 of 71 and had to pass him twice more to take the win due to pit strategy differences. The Dutchman stated that he quickly became aware of the Ferrari's speed in the early laps of the race and has urged Red Bull to investigate why. I think second place is okay because the whole race we were too slow. Ferrari was simply faster. Normally we're good with the tyres, but here we had problems. After 2 laps we were slower than expected and Ferrari was faster than expected. The last 8 laps in the sprint they were also fast. I thought after the sprint that we could still improve on the car, but that didn't work out. At the end of the race, Charles even had a problem with his accelerator, but then we were only 2 or 3 tenths faster per lap. We have to understand those problems and we will analyse everything. Verstappen appeared unable to provide much of a fight on the 3 occasions when Leclerc passed for the lead. Because of his speed advantage, the Red Bull driver admitted that he had decided not to fight his Ferrari rival. Of course, I had already realised that we were too slow. I tried to do something, but after a few laps you see that you have no chance. Then of course you let Charles pass without taking much risk. However, Ferrari is not Red Bull's only source of concern. Verstappen believes Mercedes is closing the gap on both Red Bull and Ferrari and may be in contention for top honours at certain circuits. Having won 8 consecutive Constructors' Championships between 2014 and 2021, the Silver Arrows have slipped back this year, with the W13 showing a worrying propensity to porpoise in the season's early rounds. However, with Mercedes claiming their 4th consecutive podium at the Austrian Grand Prix and Lewis Hamilton challenging for the win at Silverstone a week earlier, Verstappen has talked up their improvement over recent races. They're better than at the start of the year, but they need just a little bit more. They're not bad over a single lap, but in the race on Sunday you saw that we got away from them quickly. I also think it also has to do with the different circuits. At Silverstone they were very fast in the race. It's the same with us and Ferrari. It's about the details that make the difference in the end. Now, Verstappen's remarks echoed those of Mercedes team boss Toto Wolff, who stated after the Austrian Grand Prix that the Silver Arrows had cut their deficit to the leading teams in half since the beginning of the year. However, while Wolff was quite pleased with Mercedes' performance in Austria, he felt the team was still missing a few crucial tenths of outright performance before it could compete for wins again. When you look at the result, and motorsport is results driven, so P3 and P4 is okay, but we're still lacking these 2 or 3 tenths in performance. Overall, the car was much quicker today, but the car not quick enough to really challenge for the front yet. Wolff was also encouraged by Mercedes' performance at the Red Bull Ring, which has been one of the team's bogey circuits since its return to the calendar in 2014, as well as its progress throughout the race weekend. This is never a happy track for us in Austria. Predominantly over the last 8 years, if we've been successful in the championships, this was the one track where we would have struggled. From that perspective, I'm okay with how it went. In a way, on Saturday we were really stuck in no man's land. I think on Sunday, maybe stuck in no man's land from the positioning on the track. The lap times were at least competitive. On Saturday we were losing half a second every single lap. All in all, it appears that Red Bull is as vulnerable as ever, with both Ferrari and Mercedes catching up to the points leaders, and there seems to be only one way to respond: upgrades. The all-new technical regulations came into play in 2022, with Red Bull design chief and F1 technical guru Adrian Newey previously calling it the most comprehensive set of rule changes he had seen in his career. In comparison to previous years, if not decades, the vast majority of an F1's car downforce is now generated beneath the floor via Venturi tunnels. Although the front and rear wings have not vanished, the majority of the smaller aerodynamic flaps and details have, implying that the bodywork produces far less downforce. With these drastic changes come numerous opportunities for teams to learn, develop, and improve as the season progresses. However, with the implementation of a budget cap in 2021, the top teams will no longer be able to simply throw money at problems and develop their way out of trouble, while outfits with smaller budgets struggle. So far this season, F1 teams have taken a variety of approaches to upgrades, with some bringing new parts to every race and others barely making any changes. Mercedes, for example, has released small updates on a regular basis, making slow but steady progress with a concept that promises a lot. Red Bull and Ferrari, both of which have solid foundations, are doing the same in order to optimize their packages and pull ahead in the title race. Now, following the failure of their initial designs, Aston Martin and Williams opted for complete concept overhauls. The optimization approach appears to be continuing at Red Bull, with changes expected from the bottom to the top of Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez's cars in the coming races. According to reports, Red Bull will bring an updated floor to the next round of the season in France, before making further changes to the side pods of the RB18 at Verstappen's home race in the Netherlands. And despite the fact that there is only about a month and a half between the two updates, Red Bull is also planning traffic-specific changes. F1 teams in Belgium and Italy have traditionally used wings and other parts that generate less downforce and higher top speeds, and 2022 is no exception. While development on their 2023 car is likely already in full swing in the background, Red Bull is planning even more updates closer to the end of the season. Following the triple header at Zandvoort, Spa-Francorchamps and Monza, a final push is anticipated during the late flyaway event. It's believed that another round of car upgrades will be implemented in Singapore, the 17th round of 22 scheduled for 2022. Now, along with the pursuit of performance, Red Bull will continue its weight loss mission, which began the moment the car hit the track. Red Bull's plan is, of course, subject to change, as unforeseen events such as a major crash that depletes the development budget could cause update packages to be delayed or even scrapped. Meanwhile, if Verstappen goes on a winning streak, with the Dutchman and Red Bull extending comfortable points leads, the team may decide to call timeout on the RB18 and devote all of their resources to the RB19. In any case, the development race appears to be a major factor in the outcome of this year's World Championship. So, what are your thoughts on the current development race, and who do you think will come out on top? At what venue, if any, do you predict the first Mercedes victory of 2022? We'd love to hear from you in the comments section below. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel, and don't forget to click the bell button to be notified of future videos.